Hey, welcome in. Welcome back, everybody. It's Laura, and we are going to dig into these astrology aspects today. Then we are going to go a little bit deeper with the cards. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're a regular, welcome back. But let's talk about this transit, because today we do have Mercury in a square to Uranus in Gemini. And so Mercury just ingressed into Virgo yesterday, and Uranus is sitting there. It's standing still right now, and it will station retrograde on Saturday, on the 6th. And so we've got this square playing out at 1 degree 27, which is the energy for me of the Magician and the Ace of Wands in reverse, due to the fact that Uranus is kind of just sitting there. So we think about square energies, it does create tension. And because Mercury is now in its home sign of Virgo, and Uranus also in the sign of the Messenger, this is scattered communication. This is scattered thought processes. So we're really going to want to stay grounded. We do have Mercury sitting in the second house at the time of this perfecting square in Eastern Standard Time, my local area. And we also have Mercury in a quincunx to Saturn and Neptune, both retrograde. Saturn just dipped back into Pisces a couple of days ago. And so this is pretty interesting. Still holding on to that quincunx with Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. We do have a semi-square to Mars in Libra. We have this semi-square as well to Jupiter in Cancer. And so these energies are intense. We also have Mercury still in that trine aspect to Chiron, the wounded healer. And so I do feel there's messages coming. There could be downloads coming connected to self-worth, self-value, with the second house being the house of value, the house of money, the house of finances. There could be unexpected news arriving. Now, this could be good news, this could be bad news, but because this is a square, I do feel this is going to create tension. And because Uranus is sitting in that 11th house, I do feel there is tension in some type of social group. And so I do feel very strongly a divine masculine kind of sitting in this Four of Swords energy, in this healing of past heartbreak. And with Mars and Libra, there is a need to bring healing to this Knight of Wands energy within the masculine collective. And let's face it, a lot of the masculines in the collective have been in this energy of Knight of Wands for quite a while now. And there's a need to step into the King of Wands energy. There's a need to progress into this spiritual maturity. And I do feel there's some type of hidden healing going on in the background in these energies today. If I take a quick peek at Uranus here, it is also in a sextile to the ascendant at the time of this perfecting transit, and it is also sextile Neptune and Saturn in retrograde. And so there's an opportunity here to close out some karma. There's an opportunity here to break free from any type of illusions. And with Saturn and Neptune sitting in that 9th house, this is going deep into the hedge maze of these subconscious patterns, so we can break free from them once and for all. And so there's a rebirth process happening here connected to the 6th house, which is health. So there could be a divine masculine experiencing some type of health crisis. It doesn't have to be a man, although I do feel a very prominent King of Wands energy that I feel is breaking free from some outdated social circle in these energies today. And with the moon in Capricorn, this is asking us to get grounded, okay? So let's go a little bit deeper with some cards. Let's see what else these cards have to say in these energies today. We're going to jump right in with the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck, 12th house, 2nd house. And I do feel somebody here got tempted. I feel some type of childhood pattern. They're showing me the Page of Cups to the 6 of Cups. And we see that arrow through the apple. And so, yeah, temptation. There is temptation here. And with the 12th house, I do feel somebody's eyes were really green. And so there's some karma here. There is a need for introspection. Could be talking about a Cancer. I do see prominent Cancer and Leo energy between the 12th house and the 2nd house. And that Jupiter energy is really, I want to say, really expanding this karmic reckoning. It does kind of feel like a karmic reckoning. Let me just hit Jupiter up here. What do we got going on with Jupiter? Yeah, Jupiter is trine the North Node. And so there is some type of new beginning here, but I want to say it's hidden. It's hidden. And so there's this blowing out of proportion is what this feels like, connected to some type of karma. We also have Jupiter in that trine to Black Moon Lilith in Libra. And so there's some deep rooted patterns here connected to a masculine, because now they're showing me the star with the King of Swords. And so somebody here, I feel, needs to speak up. They need to get honest, right? Swords are all about truth. There could be some truth coming to light connected to a home situation where somebody might have chose money over love. Well, let's get a few more of these cards out. 555 on the timer. And let's see what change is in store today, right? Because Uranus wants to bring change. It wants to bring innovation. It wants to break you free from some type of stuckness. And I do feel this is connected to a social group, a social, yeah, I just feel like a group of friends here has really held a masculine back. And I do feel there's almost like hidden communication coming to light in these energies today. So let's see what we got with the cards. Let's go a little bit further. There's Saturn. Yeah, so Saturn going back into Pisces is really bringing this reckoning. So this could be connected all the way back, I want to say, to 2022. Something about 2022, about 3 years ago or so. And I do feel there's a restructuring here. And I also feel a Queen of Wands. So there could be a masculine here that owes some karmic debt to a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag. It doesn't have to be. But I do feel somebody has avoided restructuring. Somebody has avoided stepping into spiritual discipline. And I do feel almost like a reckoning in the mind space, like a really tense energy around a thought process. Let's get a couple more of these cards out and let's see what else needs to come through today. Look at that. Sagittarius out again today. Both of these cards did come out in the last message that I channeled connected to the Pisces Saturn retrograde energy. And so once again, that arrow energy, I do feel somebody got tempted, maybe with a Sagittarius, maybe somebody jumped into a situation here. There is going to be an opportunity to expand. And then we get the Gemini energy. And so this is all about cross-pollination with the bees. Interesting. My daughter last night on our evening walk got stung by a bee. And there was actually a swarm of them inside the bleachers at the high school where we went for a walk at. And so I do feel something here stings. That's the message I'm getting today. And I also feel an Empress energy here. I do feel an Empress here that is kind of woven something in some type of community, in the public spiritual community here. And it's really time to bring something together here. And there's that second house again. I do feel somebody got tempted. Somebody got tempted when it comes to money. And that's maybe all they could see was money, money, money. And I do feel somebody chose money over love. And now there's going to be an opportunity to go back to something, because retrogrades are all about going back. And so right now it kind of feels like everything is at a standstill. So let's go a little bit further here with the tarot. We're going to do 9 cards today, and we're going to see there's that Ace of Wands. And I did feel the Magician with that Ace of Wands in reversed. And we do have that Ten of Swords. And so there was some type of very painful ending, a betrayal of some sort. And I feel this is going to have to be looked at. So I don't know if somebody kind of left somebody at rock bottom, left somebody for dead, metaphorically speaking, a divine feminine for dead. But I do feel something here is feeling explosive. Something here that has been avoided up until now is coming back around to be dealt with. So let's see what this is all about today. Look at that. Faith. The Hierophant. So we do have strong Taurus coming out. There's something here. I feel divinely guided, divine intervention. I do feel there's somebody here praying, maybe praying that they can fix something. But this is likely going to require some type of confession with the Seven of Swords. And so maybe somebody thought they could sneak away and avoid dealing with some past heartbreak or some heartbreak that they caused somebody. We do have Aquarius energy coming through right now. But I feel if somebody has blocked their heart and chose money over love. Very strong message, similar to the last one that came out. They're going to have to look back at their choices. I do feel somebody tried to sneak away. Somebody did get tempted by some type of resources. We just got the Hanged Man out. Let's get a couple more and let's see what else is going on here. Hanged Man, Piscean energy. 7 of Cups is the central energy today. And so 7-7. I feel Scorpio, Pisces energy. Somebody's getting a massive wake-up call today. And it could be a Pisces. But this is somebody, you know, I don't want to change. I don't want to look at it. I'm going to see things only from my own perspective. There's some type of an illusion here. And I do feel with Neptune also going to be dipping back into Pisces. There's going to be the dissolving of these illusions, the dissolving of these boundaries. And there is going to be an opportunity for a new beginning, but might not come till after these retrogrades. Right now, it's like the ignition, the spark is being lit. And maybe somebody had a lot of options here, but I do feel there's going to be rapid shifts in communication. Communication is coming with that Knight of Swords, and it's coming in very fast. And it very well could be coming into divine feminine energy. Could be a Virgo, doesn't have to be. Could be a Pisces or a Scorpio. But I feel very strongly a divine feminine here that is heart-centered. She's single. She's abundant. I think she's grounded. She's centered. I think we could have a divine feminine here having a lot of offers coming in. A lot of unexpected offers coming in. It could be from a Capricorn or an Aquarius. But I do feel this is causing some tension and some friction. I feel there is potentially going to be a challenge here. I think there's competition for this Empress is really what I'm feeling here today. There's competition here. We got like 5 different masculines here fighting over an Empress, and I think this is coming in very quickly, very unexpectedly, and it very well could lead to some type of 2 of Cups union. Interesting. There is some type of life partnership coming in here, and if you resonate as this divine feminine, I want to say be careful. Not everything is as it seems when it comes to these options, and maybe you've been stuck and stagnant for quite some time. Maybe you've been stuck on a missing opportunity or a missed opportunity when it comes to love due to some type of third-party interference. It's really time to move on from that, because I do feel that is creating blocks. I just feel, too, it's time to open up your heart to love, divine feminine. It's time to open up. It's time to have some blind faith. There is like a Knight of Swords at play here as well. So you can break yourself free from some type of old, outdated pattern, but it's going to require you to bring your life into balance. But yeah, there is a divine feminine here. I want to say she is healed. She's put in a lot of work on herself, and she's probably been building something solid, building a business by herself. Maybe for about the last 3 years, somebody has really worked on healing their heart. Could be a Taurus, could be a Libra. And this Saturn retrograde, I think, is bringing in options. It is bringing in options for you, divine feminine, and there is a brand new beginning. So I think get ready to receive some unexpected communication. And this could be from several suitors, and this could start off as text messages, Facebook messages, emails. But all of these offers are going to help bring healing to a divine feminine. There's something here alchemizing when it comes to a lesson, and it is going to bring in a divine counterpart. So there's a shift. There's unexpected movement, and there is a masculine coming to lay down some type of burden. And I do feel this is a masculine that has walked away from you, that maybe is finally ready to put in the work. And I do feel bring healing to some type of very painful ending. And so there is a masculine here facing some type of an awakening, some type of judgment, karma. There's definitely karma here, and this is connected to Pluto. So somebody is getting a wake-up call. And I do think, I feel this 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups energy connected to a masculine, and I do feel we've got a divine masculine here having to come into Jesus moment. This is somebody being brought to their knees. They're going to have to come back. They're going to have to work on things. Very similar energies as the previous reading. And I do think he's going to have to come in with an offer and start small, because I do feel there was third-party interference here. And I think the masks have kind of slipped. I think we could have a masculine here having to start over, like regressing here, starting over from scratch, maybe losing it all because they chose money over love, but this is a bossing up moment. That's exactly what this feels like, a bossing up moment for an opportunity for some type of union, some type of life partnership. So let's take a look at this Seven of Swords, because I do feel we had a masculine here that in the past probably went towards money. They went towards something very tempting. They snuck away. They tried to avoid the healing process, and now this is coming back around. And I do feel somebody here is really being called to find their faith, to get themselves unstuck. And I do think once this person gets unstuck, it's moving forward very quickly. So let's take a look at this King of Coins, Seven of Swords energy. Yeah, I think somebody went towards another lover. And I do think it was a karmic connection. They went towards a karmic connection. They chose money. They thought this was going to be a big opportunity to build a lot of abundance. And I think now something's coming back around. I do feel that moment that Saturn shifted from Aries into Pisces, that karmic ship rolled in. That's exactly what this feels like. That karmic ship rolled in because they chose some type of an illusion, maybe with a Pisces. It doesn't have to be, but that's the truth. They chose an illusion. And I do think somebody here is getting blasted with some epiphanies is really what this feels like. And they're going to have to go within, because I do think somebody here has withheld communication as a form of control. And they're about to blow the lid off of some type of ghosting. I do feel there's ghosting here. They're at a crossroads and they're healing. There's that Four of Swords that I felt. So what are these options? Because I do feel there's a lot of options for a divine feminine here. And we get that King of Wands. That Seven of Cups clarified by the Devil reversed, the King of Wands, and the Five of Coins reversed. There's that ghosting. And so somebody here, I feel, left somebody out in the cold because they were stuck in some type of trauma bond or addictions or materialism, greed. And once they break free from that, they're coming in. They're coming in hot. They're coming in passionate. This is spiritual maturity at its finest. What do we got on the bottom of the deck? And they're going to work on this. They really want to invest. And so I do feel there's gossip around this situation. I think people are talking about this masculine walking away from some type of karmic situation, because we do see Saturn here in both of these cards. And this is a major karmic cycle reaching completion. And there's that divine masculine coming through again. And so there is a masculine here rising. I want to say rising from the ashes. But this Empress has a lot of options. And so this masculine better get moving. So what does this Empress, pre-Empress energy have to say today? Yeah, she's waiting for this situation to get balanced out. And she's not going to settle for anything less than equal giving and receiving in a relationship. If you look at this Six of Coins, there's equal coins on either side. And so this Empress is waiting for the right offer. She's not going to accept anything less than what it is that she deserves, because she knows she deserves love, because she's got a lot of love to give. And so there is a beautiful opportunity for big, big love, but it's going to come in small at first. But this is fated, and this is the truth. So get ready for divine timing to be at play here. I think there's an Empress here. She's all done with smiling liars. She's all done with people that come in and speak words of love, but they don't have any action to back that up. Because let's face it, she knows her worth. She knows her value. She is the queen of value. She holds a lot of value. She's nurturing, she's grounded, she's loving, and she's turning her back on fake love. She's all done with fake love, and that's where the victory comes in. And so we've got an Empress here that I feel has built her own legacy, and this is opening up the doorway for some type of twin flame union. And so there's going to be a major realignment here. Let's get one last message from the wisdom of the Oracle deck here. Let's see what we got here and now. So really stay present in the moment. Recognize the red flags. I want to say it's time to, have that one last look back at the past so you can step into the future. And I do feel there's unfinished business here with somebody. So let's see what this unfinished business is all about. All that glitters in reverse. And so the masks are slipping. There's that Tower in reverse. So this square energy today is bringing in a breakdown of the false foundations. And let's face it, not all that glitters is gold. There's a lot of people that post their happy, shiny lives all over social media, and we can't fill voids with money. We cannot fill voids with shiny little things. And I do think we've got to get to that point where we mature on the spiritual path and we stop chasing all of those shiny things. And so the mask is off. And we're kind of in between worlds. And so we haven't quite fully stepped into this new timeline. There is, I feel, a major clearing with the old earth energies happening in order to step into this new vibrant energy. But there is an Empress here that I feel has finally healed her heart. And this burden is going to be released. This burden is released and she's realizing, hey, this ain't for me. She knows what's for her and what's not for her. And she's kind of winning this chess game here. It's like checkmate. And I do feel there's an Empress here coming into great fortune. And there is, I feel, healing on the table here today. And so I do feel truth is going to heal a situation here. There is going to be an opportunity, I feel, to heal a connection where there is like an invisible thread tying two people together. But you're going to have to be flexible because I do feel like a breakdown of the ego as well in these energies today. So very interesting reading today. And that's what I have for the collective. If you would like to go further with me with a personal reading, check out the link below. Go check out my webpage. And I hope to see you all again tomorrow.